We're building a K-Hub home, a K-Hub Canadian home in Westwood in League City, Texas. And as you can tell, we're going to be doing the frame inspection. Yeah, so my client met him here with the inspection company, and they're going to check everything in the house right before they cover it up with sheetrock. And it's super critical to get a third-party frame inspection. And it's the most important time you want to get one. But yeah, James Potenza, your Houston New Home Realtor. Look me up and I'll help you out. I'll represent your best interests. Make sure you get a well-built home and the best deal possible. All right, let's take a look at this home in the pre-sheetrock frame inspection stage. Looking good, guys. My clients are here. They're obviously super excited. Got your stone, got your brick, and we're going to just start off right in the garage, and we'll try and stay out of the inspector's way. But he's going to be checking everything before they cover it up with sheetrock. It's just an extra set of eyes. Then he'll give us an inspection report. We'll take a look at that with the inspection manager and make sure that everything's fixed before they cover it up with sheetrock. But yeah, K-Hub Canadian Homes, so far they are doing a bang-up job, and they are ready to sheetrock this baby. So that's your house ground wire. That's just a piece of rebar that sticks way down into the ground. Guess why they call it a ground? And that goes to your electrical box, which they have outside. All your electrical lines. And that's where your tankless water heater is. Nice. And as you guys know, I love these Versa lamps, especially with this large span, because this is a 3-car garage. This is no joke. So you've got to have a massive amount of support up there. It's basically supporting everything. The roof, you can see there's big parts coming down, or boards coming down and sitting on top of that. And yeah, there's 1, 2, 3 of them, and it drops all that load onto there, back in there too. That thing is massive. And then it goes all the way over here, drops the load down here. Nice. And you'll see another one up there. Again, we got all this span without any columns. You've got to have all that. The inspector is going to check, and I'll go through it as I'm walking through, but he's going to check every single one of these joist hangers, make sure that they have them, and also that they have all the nails in them. He's going to check every single one of those. He's going to be busy. And I might get him on video here in a little bit. He's out here. So anytime we have, even though this is a garage, it's still interior. That's going to be a shear wall. OSB. Gotta love it. And what they do with that is they put these massive anchors on the corners, and they also shoot it down into the concrete all the way down. And they probably have got some extra straps here. That's good. Probably have an anchor. Nope, no anchor there. Oh, that's not even a shear wall. It stops right there. I don't know. That part isn't. It's just an exterior wall because they shoot these. Anyway, won't spend too much time on that. So as the inspector is going around, he's also going to be looking for nail guards. And sorry if I get distracted, but here's another nice anchor, and they shoot it right there. Oh, another anchor. That looks good. The inspector is going to be checking everywhere. They're going to need nail guards on both sides, anywhere they could possibly put a nail through when they're hanging the sheetrock. Yeah, this is nice. Super high ceiling. And again, interior OSB, that's your shear wall. And to make this work, they have to have what's called a nail schedule. They have to have nails every certain distance when they join two pieces together to make it work. And the inspector will check all of those, believe it or not. He'll just scan through there on every time they have to put two pieces together. You see the red line, that's where there's two pieces joined, and they have to have nails. I don't know, what is that, 3 inches? And of course they shoot it into the concrete. They're gonna have an anchor probably somewhere. Yep. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, and there's an anchor. That's good. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit of stuff going on in here. This is your water lines coming in. This is going to be one of your sinks. We got another sink over there. But water lines, they really didn't have to wrap these. They do have to wrap them if they're going to be on an exterior wall. Hey, extra wrapping is good. Helps keep them from freezing. But this is going to be air conditioned space because the other wall is just right there. But maybe because they're close enough to the exterior, they do have to wrap them. So that's good. And what they use is this PEX plumbing, flexible plumbing lines, plastic lines basically. They're not impervious to freezing, but they're resistant because they flex just a little bit instead of breaking like a copper pipe. Much better. Most all builders are using those by now. If they don't, then you better run. Yeah, this is a pretty good sized house, so we might be here for a while. Hope you guys are having fun. Drop in tub. Nice big windows. This is a huge bathroom. Yeah, so they wrapped all these too. Nice. And we got a nail guard. Vent lines, air conditioning, ductwork. Yeah, if you're building a house with me, you're going to want to come in and take pictures, lots of pictures in this stage. Of course, you'll have a video. I'll have a video and I'll put it on YouTube forever. Wow, they even wrapped this one. Wow, good job, guys. I don't think you need it, but looks good to me. Electrical, yeah. Another thing your inspector will check is every single one of these has to be protruding, I don't know, 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8, but because your sheetrock is going to sit there, it has to be completely flush with the sheetrock. They'll check every single one of those. It's going to be busy. Well worth the money getting a third-party inspection, especially during this time. Speaking of which, there he is. I'll get you in a minute. Let's go in the kitchen here. Yeah, so another Cascade Versalam. Remember, large span, no columns. You got to have massive support. And they got 3.5, and they got to drop the load all through these, and that looks really tight. Yeah, it's going to have some splitting on the sides, and it doesn't go. Doesn't go all the way through. But look how many nails they got in there. There's another little blemish, but yeah, and they'll take that one off. Yep, he's already got an X on it. So the construction manager comes in. He'll come in and he probably told him to put more nails in there. You'll see some writing on the concrete. Poly seal on the joist. So poly seal is that white sealant right there. Anywhere exterior that they're going to be hanging sheetrock, it goes all the way through up in here. Right there, it creates a really good seal for the sheetrock to sit. And of course, you'll have insulation here and here. But it gives it a really good place to to seal the house up there, and they have a different color. And I was just talking about this with my client, a different color where the sheetrock doesn't go, but anywhere there might be anywhere for anything to protrude into the house, including any little bitty wire like that. They'll spray it up there, seals it up. These homes are sealed up so tight. If you can just imagine your sheetrock would be up there, you're not going to have insulation because that's going to be upstairs. But the sheetrock's up there, and you just don't want anything to come below that sheetrock line. So anything coming through these, they're going to seal it up. Good stuff. So here's your kitchen. That's going to be a huge island. Check this out. There's always a lot of stuff I like to look at in the kitchen. These are places to hang your cabinets. They're not structural, just a place to hang the cabinets. They'll pop that up. Yep. Put a couple nails in that one. And cabinet. You got a lot of cabinets. So yeah, you got to definitely wrap those. Those are water lines. You definitely got to wrap those. And where those are going is through the concrete over to your dishwasher and your sink. So they're coming down from the water source. Looks like they go straight up, but they're coming down through this wall right here, through the concrete, and they're popping up right there. You've also got all your electrical right here, or your dishwasher, your disposal, maybe a couple of lights, electrical outlets. Yep, electrical outlets. Yeah, so they tie these in from there. So lots of stuff going on. Here's your walk-in pantry. Got a lot of plumbing. Again, they wrap these. That might be the garage, so you would have to. No, that's not a garage. Anyway, they wrap them. Good, I like it. Vent line, vent pipe, or that might be a drain line. Looks like a drain line. Yeah, it's a drain line. So I'll maybe tell you the difference between a drain line and a vent pipe. If I could find the difference. Here's a couple of drain lines. Down and see big nail guard right there. Big nail guard there. That's going to be a bathroom back there, as well as that. Well, all that's bathroom. That's your refrigerator. And again, they're still wrapping these. Okay. Nail guard, nail guard. And make sure all those are not flush. They got to stick out a little bit. So here's the other side of that wall. This is actually a shear wall. Yeah. Nail schedule. It's a full bath. Nice. And look, they even put nail guards on this side because you're going to hang sheetrock right up against this. And guess what? You got plumbing on that side. So good catch on that. Here's the front room. Yeah, so anywhere they have anything protruding outside, so you got a barrier where the sheetrock goes. They put the pink stuff, and where they hang the sheetrock, they put the white stuff. Yeah, that's my technical term. Okay, got one more room. Yep, pink stuff, white stuff, pink stuff, white stuff. Nail guard, nail guard. So they don't need nail guards here. It's 1.25 inches. And my calibrated finger, that's about 2 inches. So they don't need them there. But as you can tell, that's less than 1.25 inches on both sides. So something else you check for in every ceiling for sheetrock, just imagine sheetrock goes up, it's got to have a place to get nailed to, and very good job here. So you can always nail them to the joist there, joist there, joist there. But here you don't have joist going that way, if that makes sense, like that. So they put that 2x4 to give a good place to hang the sheetrock that way. You gotta have that in every room. Our inspector with Brian and Brian here in the Houston area, he's gonna be busy checking all those. Okay, let's take you upstairs. All right, so there's all kind of stuff upstairs that we're gonna look at. There's your inspector. Huge game room area. And we were just talking about these, I call them baffles. Pieces of plastic sheets that they put in there. And they do that for a reason, because just imagine again, you got sheetrock up there and they blow in that white fluffy insulation, and those baffles keep from the soffit vents from getting clogged up with the insulation. So you got airflow, you need lots of airflow in your attic. Hot air rises, comes in the soffits and goes out the top. Lots of stuff. So these are going to be your refrigerant lines. Your AC units are going to be sitting out there. Nice side yard. It's a good time to inspect your roof. But yeah, so you don't want any nails going in here. That's your refrigerant lines. The copper small one, that's your high pressure. That goes to the evaporator coil upstairs, goes through its cycle, decompresses it, for lack of better words. It gets really cold, blows to the vents, and it comes back as a low pressure. It goes back and pumps it back up to high pressure and comes back. You get two. Of course, nail guard, nail guard, nail guard, nail guard. Water line. And I bet you don't know what that is. It's an air conditioning line. But that's where your fresh air comes in. So that they seal these houses up so good that, I mean, anywhere there's exterior, remember we talked about those? And anytime protruding, these houses are sealed up so well. Occasionally, your HVAC system computer, here, I'll walk around. Your HVAC system computer will occasionally, whatever it's programmed for, turn on the fresh air intake and blow fresh air into the system and then into the house. And typically those computers are made by Honeywell, and you'll have a separate HVAC company that sets these up, balances them. But what you're going to want to do is possibly call them back out here. So what, it's the 1st of April, April Fools. So it's the 1st of April. So you get you move in, you get your furniture in, and then you get into July and August months, and you find a room that's hot, or upstairs is hot, downstairs is cold, or vice versa. They'll come back and they'll rebalance it at whatever HVAC company the builder uses. I'm pretty sure they'll come right back out and rebalance that computer. Water lines, anything protruding, even though they didn't really need it because that's interior, they still did it. Just helps seal the upstairs from the downstairs. And lots of HVAC. Got your units in there. I forget what kind they use. Let's see if you can read any of that. I'll look at it when I get the video because I can't see it. Check this out. Big living area. Yeah, my clients are super happy. They're building this house. It's a major upgrade for them. Not only is it bigger, but it's also brand new. And of course, they called me to help them out. So if you're thinking about buying new construction, you're definitely going to want to have an experienced new construction realtor. Experience is the key. Someone that can help you through all these processes of inspections, walkthroughs, a third set of eyes to just oversee the entire construction process. And the inspector will check all of these too. They'll check gap clearances on all header boards. All header boards. They'll take pictures of any kind of discrepancies, if I can talk. Oh, these are massive headers are joists. Those are massive. God, you got those too. Nice. Trying to do every single room for you, guy. Lots of HVAC ductwork going in there. Just a closet. Nice room. So we don't need nail guards here because they're far enough back. And need a nail guard there. We're good. They try and keep them back as far as they can. That one's borderline, so they went ahead and popped one in. But it must be a light outside on the porch. Yeah, I think we got it, guys. We'll take another picture or video. I got every room. Any more baffles? That's what I call them. I'll have to ask the inspector what they're called. I should know that. There's your neighborhood. So you don't have to worry about anybody else building a new home. You're the last one on this street. I'm sure all the neighbors will love it when you're done. Yeah. So looking good, buddy. I really, really appreciate you guys calling me and helping me build this home. It's going to be amazing. We've got your new construction inspector here, and he's looking over everything. And I think we're going to be good to go. The house is looking good. We're going to go over that inspection report with your construction manager and make sure they get everything fixed before they hang the sheetrock. So if you know anybody that's looking to buy a new construction home, give me a call. James Potenza, your Houston New Home Realtor. We'll see you.